Time for the last of the onions. We plan for there to be 7 here. Oh, never mind. There's one bad.
Behave yourself, little root.
One of them's not a root. One's just like a destroyed leaf or something. Oh. Okay, that's bent. That's not good.
That's okay. It's a little bit bent, but the other 2 leaves are good. So
can it be retrieved?
Not sure. Well, just leave it leaning against the thing. It's not died because it's still green, so it's still getting nutrients from the roots.
It's how to stabilise ice.
Yeah, well, we can. I'll do. So here. And that goes. Around that goes. And push.
And then we try and put some soil in to make sure it stands up.
Well,
because that one's not quite.
It grows as it grows. If it's
the thing is, like those potatoes over there, which should grow massively, by the way.
Yes, but they didn't.
Need to make sure they don't go in the way.
We'll have a look at potatoes now.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it on there because I don't want to pull it. I don't want to strip the rest.
Yeah,
of
I don't know if that's a root or a bad leaf.
Well, if it's a root, it'll rot. Or if it's a root, it'll take root. If it's a bad leaf, it'll just absorb into the soil.
Either way, it's not bad.
Okay, that's not so bad.
That's 3. We should be able to fit the 7 more comfortably than we might have potentially thought.
Just moving that hole a little bit further away from the. Those are going to be quite close to each other. That's going to on the point of forming an onion there.
A red onion, it looks like too. If you look at the redness on it.
Yeah.
That's the one that's grown the most that we took out.
So it's getting there. It's
yeah.
Really, really getting there.
I hope. Shame it only seems like it will grow into 1 onion for each plant. But unlike the potatoes, that will grow into about a lot more.
Different colour plant. Okay, there we go. And oops, whatever.
A hint of pink. Let me see that. It shows that are going nicely.
There.
And they're very different plants from all the other ones. From the way they grow and how little space they need in comparison.
Well, yeah, but they will form. These will grow up.
Yeah.
A lot more at some point. If we leave them too long, they'll go to seed as well. They'll produce flowers, and the flowers will produce seeds. But we don't want that. We've still got seeds. We want the actual.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. That's not a bad problem to have.
No. But we've still got half a bucket of seeds. That's my point.
So it will last 5 years instead of 3. That's a good thing. Is that the last one in there?
That's the last one in there. Oops.
That looks very pink. In fact, it's purple, in fact.
Yeah.
Looks really good, that one.
So just pop that.
Something tells me there's still a long way for the onions to go because they're not
There is.
onion shaped yet, but we can see the colour.
No, you can see the colour starting to come through. You can see where the bulb is going to form.
White. It'll be interesting to see how many are red onions and how many are white onions by the end.
It will indeed. I guess all we'll do is just pop that in there.
Because it's only now we see the difference.
Well, that's what you get for not labelling your seed trays properly.
Hey, you didn't do that either.
I didn't say it was you. I said that's what you being plural. One.
Ha ha.
That's what one gets when one does not.
You
label,
assign
one
blame. It's a shame. If we'd moved that there, boy, if we'd moved this one like there, we could have fit the other one there.
But you know what? I'm going to put this one in the bigger pot.
In that one. It's a shame we can't fit it in any of these.
Yeah. It's a shame. But
Well, some have thicker stems.
yeah. But the point is the longer stems. Yes.
I think this one's a white onion, unless.
How can you tell? You shouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, but look at the soil is sunk there. Look.
Oh, well, we're going to put some more in. Ah, this one's a white onion too.
Yeah, but stand up and look at this.
Oh,
come here.
Hang on. Just trying to put this one in.
Thing is, the stems are thicker. Looks like other stuff's growing in there too. That's probably
So
just
it's
weeds.
gone for some soil. Guess what? We've got some soil left over from these pots here.
Oh, look at these small things as well. It looks like weeds are growing in them.
Yeah, those are weeds. So, how to weed?
Okay, so we take those out. Okay,
Because,
there's one there.
we'll put it out.
Onions are going to be the biggest issue in terms of the weeds.
Right, so these.
This one here, look.
Okay, so all we can do is take some of this soil, which was from an original onion, and just build it up around there. Like that.
Even more so.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the containers that doesn't have stuff in them anymore.
Yeah, basically. Always good soil.
Put it on all the plants. By all. Look at these. Growing miles. Well, when I say miles, I might be exaggerating a little.
Not much. Not very much. I'll put a bit more soil in there, because obviously pushing up through the soil you don't start it.
And this one's caught up with the first one. Look how thick the stem is.
Yeah, it's amazing that.
And that one's, like, this one has crowded up. There's so many there, but this one looks like there's a bit more space between everything. Like there's that one growing there, but that's taking a bit longer. I don't think there are any bad ones in here. Whereas some of us might struggle over here because it's so overcrowded. At least we know for next year.
Well, next year
Space them
we'll
up
put
more.
them in the round pots, because we know we've got the establishing the seeding. We've got that. That's pretty much.
And we actually have the containers ready. We didn't have to buy them last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just trying to make sure none get covered up because that one's drooping. The
think-
biggest one is
I'm
drooping,
not
isn't
sure that's not a weed, but no, it looks like potato weed. Okay.
it? Okay, yeah. How do you tell the difference between the weeds and the ones that
Leaves. Look at the leaves here. They're all a particular kind of shape, aren't they?
aren't? So they're all potato.
Yeah.
I just hope that we're right.
Hidden as any sort of weed seed. You see, the leaves are broad here, so it's very difficult for anything to drop onto the soil, go boing
Yeah.
off. Whereas
There's a
lots
lot
of-
more
lots
space
of
for weeds
gaps-
to grow
there's lots of
into.
gaps between the leaves for
Yeah.
weeds to get in there. Is that a weed? I don't know.
Peppers. As I said last time, we don't need to water them because the soil has to be extremely dry before you water them again. I don't know if progress has been made. I don't know if they've grown much. I'd like to think that they have grown since we put them in here, but I just can't really tell. This looks like this was the smallest one that wasn't growing. It looks like the smallest one, the weakest one, is doing well in the peppers.
One's just caught up, that's all.
Yeah, that's good. I do worry about them, but as long as one of them grows, because yeah, that ending's not looking good. That one looks okay. And the end of that leaf doesn't look so good, and that one is not doing well. Those have been the main struggle so far. Different requirements. In there, and there should be enough.
I think the peppers are still moist enough.
No, I mean
Today.
there's enough space there.
Yeah. The peppers in the summer house are still moist enough,
Yeah.
so it shouldn't need watering today.
The rest will. How long until we get these peppers out? I mean those
Not
potatoes. Potatoes,
The
rather.
potatoes shouldn't be long now.
Like a week or two before we
A
can
week or
get
two.
them out.
No more than
And they'll be the first things we harvest. Some of them anyway, because of course a few are growing a lot slower. But still there's that big one. And that big one. We shall see, but the potatoes are looking really, really good.
Once we pull those out, then
The peppers can go into them.
there'll be room. Put some more soil back in, and there'll be room. Adjacent plants.
The thing is, we won't be able to get all of
into there.
the potatoes out because they're growing at different rates anyway. So we can only get a few of the potatoes out.
Well, they
Okay.
won't all quite develop at the same time.
Exactly, so we can only get a few out.
Yeah.
But they look good.
Amazing.
Trying to make sure they're not covering everything
Well,
up.
yeah, I know. But
That's the because you can direct them a little bit.
At the time we overplanted them in these
Still.
groups.
We can still move the leaves away from
Oh, kind of.
other planted stuff. Just make sure the sun can shine on them enough.
Oh, look. Copping plenty of
How long do we until we expect tomatoes to grow?
No flowers. As soon as they start, hang on. As soon as they start producing flowers, then the flowers get fertilised and things. And now, see here?
So it's going to be like months away still, or a month away
Or
still.
weeks. See here? Secondaries. We don't want those growing there because they will produce shoots where we don't want them. So what we do is we take that secondary.
What are you looking at?
Here, you can see here? It's growing a little leaf just there.
I see the one extra leaves.
Yeah, in the middle of the stem there's an extra. That'll form a branch.
And we
that's
don't want that.
Well, we don't want it. We want to prick it out so that it keeps growing from here.
What about
Up to
there?
top. Yeah, that one too. Hang on. Excuse me.
Okay.
That one too can go. Okay.
So it'll be a while. Potatoes look like they're going to be first.
Maybe. Oh, wait a minute. There's one here too.
I forgot to end the vlog for Saturday. But since then, the onions that we just put in have drooped a little, but everything's growing well. It's nice and warm. Everything's going in the right direction there, so yeah, keep an eye on weeds, continue to water them, more so because it's warming up and stuff, and yeah, things are looking good. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this vlog. We'll see you guys on a future one, and as always, don't forget your bantu.